Okay, here are the measurements for the cylinders. So the first one is the aluminum. So let's get the mass first. Okay, you have the mass. Now I'm going to measure the diameter. So basically we need two dimensions. One is the diameter, other one is the height. So for the diameter I'm going to use the vernier caliper. So here it is, and hopefully you see that. So here is the zero line and the matching line, you can see right there. And then I need the height. Okay, so let me put the caliper like this for the height, and so you see here, and let me follow the vernier. Okay, so that is for the aluminum. Next is the steel cylinder. So here is the steel, the mass for that. Okay, and then I'm going to do the diameter. So here is the diameter. I'm holding it. So here we go. Okay, so all right, and then the height. This height is pretty big. You can also use a roller here, but I have my calipers, so I'm going to use it. Here we go. So, let me show you the. All right, next is copper. Here it is, the mass for copper. Okay, and let me get the diameter. So it will be like this, and you can see. All right, and then the height, like that. All right, so this is the one for the copper. Okay, next is brass. So here's the mass for the brass. And let me do the diameter. Okay, so in this case it's important that we put it here, not up here, because there's a gap in there, so we should put it up here. All right, so you see, and I'm going to, okay, you see the zero line here, and okay, that's the diameter, and then the height, like this. So again, you see the zero line and the vernier. It's a height. That's brass. Next is iron. So here's the mass for the iron. And then I'm going to give you the diameter. There we go. So you see, so that's the diameter, and the height, be like that. So let me make sure you see it. height. Next is wood. So here's the mass for the wood. Okay, here's the diameter. Okay, alright, so that's the diameter, and then the height. So that's the height. Next is the acrylic. So here's the mass. Then here's the diameter. So see the zero line there, and the vernier appears in me. Then the height. You see the zero line, height. That's acrylic. Next is the copper wire. Now the copper wire is fairly thin, so we cannot use the vernier caliper. So we are going to use the micrometer. So here's a micrometer. Sorry, let me get the mass for the copper wire first. So there's the mass. Okay, then I'm going to show you the diameter. Okay, again I make sure the zero reading is good before I do that. So you see here it opens up, and when I close it, zero matches pretty good. So zero is good. Okay, open up. I'll try to put the wire between the jaws of the micrometer and turn it a little bit on the ratchet. Come over here and you should be able to read this. So this is the diameter for the copper wire. And then I need to measure the length of the height, so I will use the ruler for that. So here's the ruler, and I line up the zero. I line up the zero over here. Okay, there's zero right there, and then I show you on the other side. So here's the reading on the other side. For the, let me push down a little bit so I can see that bed. There you go. So this is the measurement for the height. Oh, that's the height right there. All right, so these are the measurements you need for the cylinders.